Well, I want to put out another silver update for the ones that are kind of crying over the silver prices dropping. I don't know. You know, some people are saying hurrah or whatever. They got patience, no problem. A lot of people that got silver physically, they know the deal, they know the problem with the debt, and they know what's going on in the governments. And also, I also stated that the real deal with silver, where it's going to probably take off exponentially fast, is going to be over events in the Middle East. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, even with Syria. There's like strikes going on to ISIS. They used the F-22 for the first time to do some strikes on there and everything. Now, old girl over here is not crying over silver. She's actually crying over Vladimir Putin trying to take over Ukraine. Man, this is like one of the feminine girls. And I gotta watch with these pictures because now these are all G-rated. But man. These girls, I mean, they ought to be called nipples or something instead of feminine. But anyway, they're too serious, though. They don't joke around enough. That's the problem. But anyway, pink power is going to be going on with silver, too. And, you know, I'm going to apply some common sense to this deal because, you know, a lot of people are overly examining, you know, all these little tidbits and facts and stuff, and sometimes even the silver crowd does this stuff too. You know, they make it sound like, you know, silver can go to the moon someday. I think it's going to have some massive spikes, and it's going to be very hard to judge. If you're going to be lucky to pick to get the exact top. Nobody's going to win out every time. But right now, it's a good buy. It's a good buy. It always has been a good buy for the last year when it was down around 20-something bucks or whatever the hell it is. But anyway, right now, all these girls are taking their cashola over to the bullion dealer, and they're going to go buy some silver, you know? Just the feminine crowd, you know? The Ukrainian feminine crowd. So, you know, I don't know why they're sad, though, but they're like thinking, I can't trust this cash. I got to get out of here, and I got to get some bullion. So, anyway, why are they getting bullion? Let's take a look at this debt clock. You know, they say the supply in silver and gold is this and that and everything. You know, I don't really look at that stuff because I look at this debt clock and I say to myself, how many ounces of silver is that doing every freaking minute? A lot. Are they producing that much? I mean, are they producing that much goods and services, period? You know, in the globe, for crying out loud. The derivatives bubble, the debt bubble, whatever the hell it is. You know, are they producing this many goods and services anywhere? No. It's going ridiculous, you know? The government is in hock up to their eyeballs. So what do you think is going to happen to the currency? Is that a no-brainer? Anyway, so the girls over here are getting their, they're taking their cash full of greenbacks. Not all of it. They're keeping some stashed, and they're going ahead and they're getting some silver. Now, Vladimir Putin, even he knows about gold. I mean, I don't like this guy too much in a lot of ways. I think he's too serious. And he's kind of like an egomaniac, but even he's got enough brains that he realizes we got to keep Russia out of debt. You know, he's got common sense on that. Now, if I was him over in this situation and one of those protesters was coming up to me, I'd be like, I wouldn't be looking at her like this. I'd be like saying, hey, baby, come here. You know, but that's Vladimir Putin. I don't know what the hell the deal is with this guy, man. He's too serious. And so is Femin, man. Femin's kind of weird, too, man. They're a little too serious, too. But anyway, here he is, Vladimir Putin, taking a gander at Femin, saying, yeah. Well, you know what? He's probably thinking, well, that's not a way to do a political debate, but the guy is... He's too serious, man. They're all too serious. Even Femin's too serious, you know? If I was Femin, this is what I'd be doing. I'd be selling cookies like this. I saw this actually on some other news story. That was a woman that brought him into some school, in elementary school. She wanted to sell these. She wanted to bring these cookies in a shape like women's parts or something like that. And the teacher said no, and then she got all bent out of shape saying, you're not liberal enough, but... This would be one of those things, a product that Femin can sell for some money. Because those are crazy chicks, man. I tell you that right now. But they're not funny enough. That's the problem. They're too serious. They're too serious, man. They're too serious. But anyway, you know, no harm done. But, you know, if they sold this, you know, they could probably charge $10 a cookie or something like that, and they make themselves a lot of money and get a lot of silver. But anyway, like we looked at this debt clock, and it shows like $17 trillion and going blah blah blah. Well, here is stacks of $100 bills, right? So each one of these stacks is like, 10 foot high, 2 pallets high, and it's all this. That's $1 trillion. So we're looking at a debt clock of, almost 18 trillion. And it's going up, right? So what's the deal, man? You think how many silver coins is that, or gold coins, or just add it up? How much oil? How much, not just do silver, gold, platinum, and palladium. How much oil is it? Come on. Is there even that much oil that's being produced each year, for crying out loud? No. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, you could be looking at how much silver is out there right now in supply and all this kind of stuff, but I mean, how many fiat dollars are out there in electronic la-la land that's not going anywhere, right? So, use a little common sense, man. So, and the other thing is, these guys, the Russian mafia, man. Actually, this is a pretty cool site. I don't really look at this site much, and I was just curious. I was looking up names before that I heard of that we were dealing. They were on this site, man. Actually, they're all over in the United States, man. They're legitimate businessmen. They're like former Minister of Defense of the Russian whatever, former captain of the Soviet Army, coordinator of the Union of Minority, deputy of the State Duma, former agricultural minister, former rector of the Russian State University, former chairman of the board Pick Group. I don't know what this is. Chairman of the board, Minister of Defense, Russian Federation. Yeah, Putin's a clean guy. Ain't nothing going on over there. Head of the Department of Media Relations. But I'll tell you one thing. You know what all these people got? Lots of freaking gold, silver, and not just gold, silver, but isotopes, man. They got them stashed in warehouses, jewelry, gems, diamonds, and I don't know why diamonds are so much money. It's crazy. It doesn't make sense. But, diamonds make gold look like nothing today, and I don't know why that is. But there's something weird with that market. You better understand that market. That's a market you could really get ripped off in more than anything, and isotopes. But I'm going to tell you right now, all these guys in the Russian mafia, they got they don't keep their money like all just in greenbacks and stuff like that, or rubles, or electronic rubles, or dollars, or Swiss francs, or British pounds. Nope, they got the hard currency assets, man. So just wanted to point that out to you too. And so the reason is because they're churning this stuff out electronically left and right. Like the national debt clock, tick 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 tick. How many ounces of whatever the hell that is, barrels of oil, whatever. You think this is gonna freaking end good? No, it ain't. But anyway, there's a lot of people out there that kind of hide behind the Bible sometimes with different things. And, old girl here, she's like pretty irreverent, tearing the thing up. I wouldn't be doing that, but, it's not like, I'm going to tell you right now, there's people that are actually Christians that are really Christians, and then there's people that are Christians only in name. And, sometimes even if you look at, the ones that call themselves Satanists, if they are, some of these people that are Christians only in name are actually even worse than some of the Satanists out there. But, the thing is, you could have all these things that you say you profess, and you're actually just hiding behind that. They're actually true stand-up people right now that are the backbone of the United States and Ukraine with famine and all that type of stuff, are the ones that are buying silver, gold, platinum, palladium, and oil, or whatever the hell there is, or baking cookies. They're doing something actually in the real world, and they're not just hiding behind words and acting like they're religious. Because that sometimes, there's real religion and there's fake religion. But my point is, there's more people into fake religion and showing people they're into religion than there are real ones that are stand-up people. So, and this crazy girl out there with her, her writing and stuff like that, it takes a lot, I wouldn't be doing that. She's a crazy chick, man. I don't know. Actually, to tell you the truth, I wish I was working more with this crazy-ass feminine organization, because actually I put out a lot of stuff that I realize what Vladimir Putin's about. I realize what a lot of the Western institutions are about. Problem is with these girls, they're too damn serious. They got the looks, but they're not presenting their message to a broader-based audience as they should be. But they're still doing a good job, and they work really hard. But they know for their cash that they got all their money, they did all their hard work for selling cookies or whatever they're doing. They're going to exchange it for gold and silver. And because they know what's going on. They know what's going on with the debt clock. I mean, they ain't mining stuff this fast. They're not producing oil this fast. Nothing. This is just a debt clock, man. This isn't a derivative bomb. This isn't the debt clock in all the other countries like in Japan and Europe and everywhere else. So, just figure it out, man. Don't take too much to figure it out. You old girls over here know what they're doing. And the parade of pink, I don't know. These chicks are too serious, man. I can tell you that right now. But they got a lot going for them. But, you know, they're kind of screwing up with getting too serious about things. They should be a little more into entertainment. And they get their message across a lot better. But anyway, over and out. And just remember, you know, as far as, you know, the statistics on silver and gold and all this type of stuff, and, you know, we got more gold, we got more silver. Well, we got a hell of a lot more fiat currency being produced, a hell of a lot more debt, the derivatives bomb is blowing up, the bond bubble is blowing up. And you know what's going to happen, you know? It don't take much to figure it out. Anyway, so when you make a lot of money, don't tell these girls about it because they'll spend it. I'll just leave you with that note because that's one thing you got to watch out for. Hang on to that bucks, man.